Hey, what's up, everyone? So this is gonna be Dry Heat, Yuri's Revenge. Um, and this is basically a small map, four oils and four corners. Pretty simple. This is a small map, but the difference between this and other small maps in Yuri's Revenge is that this one's not a rush map. You can't do an MCB rush in this map. I mean, you could, but not gonna work. 98% of the time. Um, And if you notice, just want to point out that there's a little bit more small maps in Yuri's Revenge than Regular 2. And there's more maps overall in Yuri's Revenge, even though that they added some new ones in Regular 2 about maybe 2 years ago. Still more in Yuri's Revenge, I think. I haven't added them up and compared them, but I mean, I think there's still more in Yuri's. And Regular 2 actually stole some Yuri's Revenge maps, including Dry Heat. It doesn't have like the graphics of the dead tree and the yellow color, I guess, the yellowish brown, sand color, whatever. But, okay. Anyway, about this map, I'm basically Russian sorta. And there are 3 Gads, 1 Lasher tank. I think I'm gonna 2 minor tech or 3 minor tech. So I'm gonna get a radar. I'm gonna stretch down one and place a miner down there eventually, but I didn't actually get a stretch right, but not too big of a deal because I'm pressuring him pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm 2 minor teching. And I think he's 3 minor teching. Looks like it to me. Already has a radar up, he has a magnetron zone. And actually, he didn't make any Lasher tanks, so basically he's open for the rush. He wanted to it looks like what he's trying to do is just bunker up with 2 Gads and then make magnetrons and then save his money for masterminds and put them into the discs and masterminds, and he probably wants to rush a psychic dominator. And I notice I just killed 2 miners, basically wrecking him right now. And notice how my he tried to mag my Gat, and my Gat shot his mag, which is hard to do, and my Gat actually beating the magnetron, which doesn't happen too much. And now I kind of feel like I'm a little bit overconfident right now. Okay, well, what am I doing right now? I'm making 2 war factories. The situation right now, it looks like I'm basically in charge, but I mean, it's actually a kind of a deceptive situation. And when I was there, I was trying to slam his I screwed up right there. I was trying to slam his miner onto my Gat. I'm not sure if it would have blown up, but I know if it's on the Lasher tank, it would blow up. And it actually didn't work because I underestimated his magnetron's range advantage on the uphill versus the downhill. So not too big of a deal. I killed 2 miners. I noticed this guy, when I play him, he always sells his stationary Gatling cannon and makes bunkers. Instead, I don't know why he does that, because if it comes to a disc war, he's gonna have one last Gat. So, but he does it. I don't know why, but he thinks it's a good strategy, but I kind of don't. Whatever. I noticed how I made 2 war factories close to each other. That was actually a build order error, but I wasn't really thinking about it at the time. I noticed how $2,000 I could have had that Psychic Dominator being built, and he already has his Psychic Dominator like since 10 seconds ago. So a little bit of I just kind of wanted to make a lot of things and finish them off, but Yuri versus Yuri, sometimes you can't really attack the other army. It's kind of like Iraq versus Yuri. Like Iraq sometimes has difficulty like fighting Yuri, and he always has to go for super weapons. So Yuri versus Yuri, same thing as if you're Iraq or Yuri versus Yuri. Because, well, can't you see, he's just bunkering up with magnetrons, and then he's trying to rush the super weapon. So I got my super weapon. I want to try to sneak around a Yuri Prime, which is probably not going to work out. And it really sucks though how that virus got killed by that disc so quickly. I mean, if he didn't have a lab up, the virus would have been more difficult to kill. And it actually did do me a lot of good before he had a lab up, or at least before he got a disc, I meant to say. So now I want to go for that battle lab, and when I actually made a mistake right there in that attack, I wanted to sneak up my Gats to his discs, but I accidentally went into his Gat, and again I misjudged the downrange advantage, and the fact that it was promotion and elite made his elite Gat, his vet Gat go to elite, and then elite actually do more damage and range to me. Okay. And another thing I could have done better right there is had power up and had a stationary um Gatlin base defense because I could have put it right on his gas and really messed him up right there. And I usually do that, but for some reason in this game, I really was thinking I was ahead, and I was just basically waiting for getting another warpeg to wait for my next wave of my army, and then just finish him off is what I was thinking. But you notice how I hit 0, which is stupid. And now I'm kind of starting to make a little bit of mistakes. The Yuri Primer isn't really a mistake. I got a War Factory, but I could have done better. So you don't classify that as a mistake. Yeah, and I'm sneaking up one disc to the corner. He doesn't see it because it's in an unscouted area of the very upper part of the map and upper corner, upper right corner, and stuff, excluding where the oil is. And he's probably gonna get that miner. I just had to let the miner go. I'm then gonna run my whole army after him just to save one miner. And it's out of position. I'm just checking to see if my disc is getting him, and it is. So actually, I'm gonna try to indirectly counter him, and I actually got there a second sooner than I thought it was. So I actually saved my miner. It looks like. And I don't care about that disc getting blown up because I killed the oil, which was my goal. And now this is gonna be an easy war to win. The first half of this letter skirmish is gonna be easy. Actually, did good versus the magnetrons, but versus the Gats, I not as good. And see how the build order error, you can feel it right there. 2 war factories, no production, and I think I lost a lab right there too. I'm not sure. It looks like it. So yeah, I was 2 ahead. I should just kept pumping discs in 1 war factory. And I mean, this is really a learning thing. I mean, for you guys watching, I mean, it's really good to see because like if you're playing games, and I actually want to repair that miner, that slave miner. Even if you're like good at the game or new, I don't care if you've been playing this game for years. Like sometimes, like there's so many different scenarios in the game that if you're like playing Yuri versus Yuri, like in dry heat, should I go 2 war factories versus Yuri, or go 1 war factory, get 2 super weapons, wait a little while, then get a second one? You know, your answer is, just go 1 war factory. And I actually didn't have like a build order memorize Yuri versus Yuri because Yuri versus Yuri, you could go on any map, and it's so rare that I mean, the last time Yuri versus Yuri in this map might have been a year ago. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Probably a while ago. So I don't remember the build order. I mean, you could try to guess your build order, but I guessed wrong this time. So, he's starting to catch up with me. Okay, so as the battle was just going, I'm not doing too bad, but it looks like it's starting to get a little bit scary for me. He's pumping out of 3 factories right now. He's spamming miners. He's not spamming miners, but he's getting more miners than me. And I was supposed to make the engineer to repair that thing. I don't know. I think I forgot. And it looks like I have to let that oil go, which is really ridiculous at this point in the game. So actually, it's not. Oh, he slammed it on his gat. Yeah, so 1 gat does kill it, but it did take a couple disc shots. He's gonna get maybe. Okay, so I got 2 early game miners, and looks like he's gonna get 2 late game miners. Usually, if you lose 2 miners early in the game, it's over. But this is a special scenario, special map. It's really easy to camp with Yuri on this map, and it's kind of easy to camp with Iraq on this map too, because you could make a battle bunker. But I mean, but who are you gonna camp against all the Soviets? But not really. I don't know. I mean, battle bunker, they don't have that in Rela too. But I mean, yeah, you get a battle bunker right in the middle, and then have them drive up, other Rhino tanks. It's gonna mess them up. Now I want to try to grab these 2 things, these 2 gads, but it seems that only 1 was in range, so I only got 1 of the 2. And if you notice, the most important thing to notice is how many miners do I have versus how many miners does he have. I don't know what just happened right there. I think I was trying to go for his oil. Okay, he's got only 2 factories, but that's enough for him right now. I'm gonna get my grinder in case I lose my MCV, and I could, in case he mutates me, I could counter mutate and then grind my own. And notice how the 2 genetic mutators offset each other. If you don't know what it means, if if you have a genetic mutant, he is a genetic mutator. Neither one of them, the second person who uses a genetic mutator is gonna get hurt the worst. So you basically both Yuris don't use a genetic mutator. They basically balance each other out perfectly, which is crazy. But I actually found a way to use him. But I mean, I'm not doing that in this game, which is really carefully stuff. And if you know some of the best Yuri players of all time is one of them Sonny. Oh wait, what's the other guy's name that used to play all the time? I don't know, but like it's all some of the two of the classic Yuri players. Like the one actually became better than the old best Yuri's player, and if you watch some of the games from, I actually don't have any of the games, but I think I've seen some of the games. They would come down to where the best Yuri versus the best Yuri would rush whoever rushed the psychic dominator faster, and just did little tactics would win. And one thing that one of the players learned is you know, if you genetic mutate the hell out of each other, they don't use a genetic mutator before the other Yuri. Always use a genetic mutator first, and that's kind of like, you don't have to be a pro to know that, or even not even close to a pro to know that. But I mean, it came down to a point where the best Yuri versus the best Yuri was developing tactics, and I actually this guy actually knows a lot of the tactics from the best Yuris of all time. So this actually is one of the better Yuris of all time. But you know, I mean, you go into quick match, no one's gonna be this difficult. This is a really high difficulty player right here. Really a pain to beat. I know I got the downhill advantage. Looks good for me right now. And I got two Magnetrons. I want to mag his mags. I'm not too worried about his guys hitting my mags because it'll be so hard. Actually, I think he did kill one. Oh shit. Now he wants to get. He realizes that my Magnetron is getting him really good. Now he gives his other mags to my out of range, and now I want to hit my get on hold. Like I said for somebody to do in one of the comments the other day. Always have a air to base defense on hold, which I did right there, but still not enough right in this situation. And it looks like I'm losing the game now. I didn't make a big army or name, and I got overconfident, kind of, and messed up with the build order. I got two war factories blown up, and I'm about to lose this game. It looks like the only way I could win this game is if I attacked right now with everything and had a miracle, but I'm basically losing right now. So. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try to mind control him, hope to get lucky, and I did mind control a little bit, but it's not gonna be enough. Yes, to spread out your war factories. Always put your battle lab away from the second next important thing. I would say put your battle lab away from your first war factory.